Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Again, I'm going to kind of go way back with this hit. So kind of like one I did not too long ago, where I had talked about kind of the one-hit wonder status. In that case, it was regarding the 90s. This one falls into the same category except for the 70s. Now, that was before my time, but just in regards to listening to music, learning new music over the years and that kind of thing, that's one thing I definitely have learned is that, I mean, every decade has its own kind of one-hit wonders or kind of specific genres or whatever the case may be. But the 70s is another decade that really stood out as one with so many hit songs from artists that never really had another hit, or at least not a hugely mainstream one. So this one I'm going to pull from way out there. It's a very recognizable song. It's called Don't Pull Your Love Out on Me, and it's by Hamilton, Joe, Frank Reynolds. So again, if you've never heard of it, that sounds extremely obscure. But when you hear the song, I think it's very recognizable. I mean, I don't know personally of any movies or TV shows that it's been in, or at least not off the top of my head. But I can guarantee you that if I recalled, I've definitely heard it in media. So it is still a very relevant song in that regard. And it's one of those songs where you wouldn't obviously give it much thought necessarily as making a list for really fun drum songs just because of its obscurity for the most part. But I did learn, because I did play this song once already, is the drums are super, super, super fun and actually quite complicated. So that's what I wanted to share today. It's, again, kind of an obscure selection, but just to kind of show that playing any possible song that I can get my hands on, you never know what you're going to stumble on, right? Some are going to turn out better than others. Some are just going to be outright fails. But then at the same time, if it's a song I've never heard before, in this case I've heard it, just, again, it wouldn't come to the forefront of a list by any means. If you don't try to play those songs, you'll never know how fun they actually turn out to be. So that's the case with this one, so I just wanted to share that. So this is Don't Pull Your Love Out by Hamilton, Joe, Frank Reynolds. actually has some pretty difficult parts, kind of going back and forth on the toms, from tom to snare, just to the basic rhythm, with alternating bass as well. So it's actually, like I said, this is the first time I tried it. It was surprisingly fun and actually somewhat difficult, and a very recognizable song, but not. I wouldn't say not mainstream, but again, it's not an artist that comes to most people's minds. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that you recognized it, because I feel like when you hear it, it is definitely one of those songs where it's like, oh, okay, I've heard this, I know what it is, kind of thing. And then, actually playing it is very enjoyable as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and if you did, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and throw any other requests my way. Like I said, playing new songs, even if it's something I've never heard before, completely different style than what I've played so far. I'm open to whatever, just because, if worst case scenario, I won't be good at it, or I won't particularly have fun playing it, but I still want to try it. So feel free to throw anything my way that you can think of, and until then, I hope you guys are all doing great, and I'll talk to you later. See you.